What is up, everyone? I want to welcome everyone back to the channel. We're going to be doing a little bit of news here on the channel. We have rumors circulating that Disney might try to acquire EA, or better known as Electronic Arts, mostly known for sports games, and they did make tons of Star Wars games and Battlefront as well. The rumor of the acquisition was first released by the Bloomberg report that revealed that some Disney executives were looking to get into the gaming scene. Currently, Disney license games. They license likeness in games. So as you can see, there's tons of different Star Wars games that are just like crap, and then there's tons of different like big budget games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and things like that. But they also license all of their Marvel, all of their content, generally speaking. So with executives thinking about a turnaround for the company is buying one of the largest independent game developers would be very interesting, as they've had a working relationship since like 2013. Is this acquisition even possible? Like, Disney's stock is at an all-time low right now, and EA is currently on the up and up based on their profit reports. They are on the up and up. They're making tons and tons of money from microtransactions over the course of many other games, mostly the sports division. And would it even be feasible? So currently, Disney is currently under a lot of stress right now, as they are currently sitting around like $47 billion in debt. And that's a lot of money, but they're chipping away at it. They're not unprofitable, but they make tons of money on merchandise. They make tons of money on licensing deals and stuff. So like, you see all those crappy phone games, or that Mario Kart spin-off with like all those Disney characters. Disney doesn't have to make any of that. All they have to do is sign the check that says you are able to use this likeness as long as we get a profit of those proceeds. So Disney, yes, their movies might be very subpar, and they're not all of them are making a lot of money, and they're kind of losing money, but in the back end they do make a lot of money on just merchandising and just marketing their own products. And then one of the next major questions that does come up when it comes to acquisition is how much is going to be put down on the acquisition for cash value versus just getting another like loan or matching it with their stock prices, usually adding more debt to it. So like with the Fox acquisition, Disney didn't pay for all of it in cash, but they did pay a sizable chunk in their own capital and then added more debt to it. So currently, according to financial reports, Disney currently has around $11.5 billion in cash or cash equivalents. Cash equivalents are generally money that is in like short-term investments, and they're very accessible to the business, so they could pull it out pretty easily without an extraordinary amount of fees. Currently, EA sits at a hefty price tag around $128 a share, roughly about $35 billion in total capital. If Disney were to want to buy said company, it would have to be more than $35 billion, especially if EA says what they say they're doing, where they're not necessarily looking to sell. If Disney were to want to buy them, I know they have like I said earlier, a good working relationship with Disney. If Bob Iger wanted to buy them, they would have to offer a pretty hefty change, probably maybe 10, 15 more billion dollars added on to that total company. I'm not sure if that will be very helpful to them, as they would just keep increasing their debt and their movies aren't very profitable. Those are very expensive projects. Then your merchandise can only go so far. I guess they want another cash cow, as you could say. Electronic Arts makes a lots of money on EA Sports, under EA Sports division. Lots of people like buying the little cards, the virtual cards within Madden and the soccer games, and they just make billions of dollars. I think over the course of 2023, their current revenue is sitting around like $7.4 billion, which is good. Like, it's about 1/5 of their current valuation for every year. That's really good. And I think if Disney were to buy them, first off, they wouldn't get the same capital they would get for licensing their products, and now they own the company that makes their products, so that they won't get that extra surplus. But they would get all the proceeds. So like EA would definitely help ESPN out as well as Electronic Arts, because then they can put ESPN in all of their games, like Madden, NCAA football. It'll have ESPN instead of like Fox or just some blank slate name, and it would definitely add some capital, some market value to ESPN, because people will see it every time they go to buy these games. It'd be a win-win for Disney to buy EA, to acquire EA. I don't know Disney's game history when they used to make their own. They had a chance where they made their own games, so they weren't very good. But I guess if you were to buy a company, you could just keep all their current employees for the most part. There's definitely going to be some overlap, but you can keep most of the employees because Disney doesn't currently have some of those employees, and then they will just keep doing what they do and just rank in the capital for Disney, and then maybe one day, or even soon after that, they could utilize their skills, and because they make CGI characters that are pretty realistic, and you could utilize some of that skill set to make CGI, because right now they license their visual effects and stuff. So maybe they could utilize gaming as a way to CGI some of their effects on the big screen. But please let me know in the comments what you think about the acquisition rumors of Disney buying EA. And if you think it would happen, if you think it's possible, or you think it's a bad idea, or do you think it's just smoke in the wind just for people to read an article? But if you like what you see, you like this type of content, please leave a comment below if you really do like it, and please like, share, and subscribe. Peace!